And welcome back to part 2 of local government in Georgia. We're going to discuss in this section special purpose districts and funding. All right, so first let's discuss special purpose districts. A special purpose district is a body that is created for a specific or special reason. It can also be referred to as a special purpose government or a local governmental authority. So again, a special purpose district is created to meet a specific need and a task. So I wanted to list for you several special purpose districts or governments that are located here in Georgia. So you have what's called the development authorities. Okay, so a group can come together and create jobs and increase business in specific counties. One example I can think of is around the town center mall area. Local businesses banded together and agreed to pay a little bit more in their taxes in order to make improvements and invite other businesses to join. So what that did is it created jobs and business opportunities in that town center area. If you write around there, you might see that it says that it's a special district. There are also things called downtown development authorities. So the purpose for those are to maintain and rebuild the downtowns of cities. We also have the recreation and parks authorities, and what their special purpose is to maintain and develop land for parks and recreation areas in the county. We also have what are called housing authorities. Housing authorities throughout the state manage housing options in counties. So what a housing authority will do, they will try to make sure that they offer opportunities for people of varying incomes to reside within a district. Some other examples would be MARTA. Do you know what MARTA is? Do you know what MARTA actually stands for? Well, let me tell you. It stands for Metropolitan Atlanta Rapid Transit Authority. So MARTA in and of itself is like a little government, a mini government. And you have specific people that were elected and appointed, and they run the operations of MARTA. You also have, if you recall, the Georgia Ports Authority. The Georgia Ports Authority oversee our deep water ports that are located in Savannah and in Brunswick. Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport is another example of a special purpose district. And one of the last examples would be the school district. So if you look at Cobb County, our school district, we have several members who are elected by the citizens. What has happened is that our county has been divided into areas, and there is a person elected to represent each one of those areas. They are one of the board members. We also, for our county, have a school superintendent. And the school superintendent is like the boss over the school district, and those board members meet and represent the wishes of the citizens that live in their area. And it works kind of like a mini government. But that's an example of a special purpose district. Now, how are these different areas funded? Local governments get their funding through taxes, but the responsibility of each local government is to balance its resources or its money against the needs of the community it serves. So counties have to make sure that they are not spending more money or revenue than they take in. So you have to make sure to balance those. After determining what the needs of the county are, the local government has to collect revenue. And revenue is collected through taxes. And there are also some examples of non-tax revenues, such as court fees, water fees, and recreation fees. So again, here's a list of some of the multitude of services that a county can offer. Obviously, there's fire and police protection. There's trash pickup, street and road construction, public housing, public transportation, electric or gas utility services, and street lighting. So each city, town, and county, when they go to collect taxes, they must follow the state constitution in the way that they collect the taxes and the way they decide how those taxes are spent. Now, let me give you an example. I told you earlier on part 1 that I grew up in Mableton. Now, Mableton is not a city, so in order to get fire and police protection and lots of these other services that are provided, people in Mableton have to use the Cobb County services. So if something were to happen, Cobb County Fire or Police would show up. Whereas you guys live in Powder Springs, so Powder Springs has its own fire and police department. So counties and cities can share those different services. And in fact, a city, if you remember, only has to offer 3 services to its citizens. So there might be specific services that are offered in a city, and then it's on the county, the job of the county, to provide the other services for its citizens. If you look here, I've put symbols. This is for the Cobb County Fire Department. It was established in 1832. You also have the Cobb County Police Department symbol. This is the new parks building that has been built in the county. And then over here we have the Cobb County Water System. And the Cobb County Water System makes sure that we have clean drinking water available to us. So I mentioned before that local governments raise revenue through a variety of means, and most of those are through taxes. And there are various levels of taxes that can be put into place. So let's go through those very briefly. First are property taxes. Property taxes are the taxes that you pay on real property, which includes land, buildings, and personal property, which can be cars or boats, motorcycles, jet skis, any of those things. You would pay taxes, property taxes, on those items. Also, a business would have to pay property taxes on their machinery and any inventory that they have left over, either within a quarter, which is 4 months, or at the end of a year. One that you are probably most familiar with at this point would be sales taxes. Those are taxes that are placed on the things that people purchase, rent, or sell. And anytime that those sales taxes are increased, the voters have to approve that sales tax increase. So I can recall when I was your age, way back a time ago when the dinosaurs roamed, the sales tax in the Cobb County was only 4 cents, and now it's up to 8 cents. So over the years, let's not count how many those were, but over the years, the citizens of Cobb County have had to vote to approve increases in those sales taxes. Now, another one, it's just fun to say, is a SPLOST. SPLOST stands for Special Purpose Local Option Sales Tax. Now, these are taxes that are collected for a special or specific purpose. And a lot of times that's used for highway or road construction. There might be a new hospital that's being built for the county, and if it's not a private hospital, it also could go towards things like bridge repair. And sometimes SPLOST is used for education, but a new type of tax has been created, and it's called the STEP, and that is a sales tax for educational purposes. So in this, the County Board of Education can levy or place a 1% sales tax to put towards education-related matters. It could go towards building new buildings. It can go to making repairs, towards technology, numerous things included in the STEP taxes. One other way that a county or local government can generate revenue or funding is through those non-tax revenue. The fees for building permits can go towards government funding. Parking fees or parking fines. If you have to go to court and pay a fee, those fines or taxes go towards, or non-taxes, go towards county funding. And then you also have garbage collection and water use. As well, governments can earn money if they invest money that they take in, or income. As well, a municipality may have to borrow money to build major projects. So those are ways that different local governments can fund providing services for their citizens. I hope that helps you understand a little bit more what the purpose of taxes are and special purpose districts. And I hope if you have any questions, you reach out and either send me an email or you can send a message to my Google phone number. Take care, ladies and gents. I'll see you next time when we talk about personal finance. Take care. See you later.